So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching XYST TV, and I am Heidi at the Warehouse Project 2012 Paradise. Word.
So Heidi, we are here at Warehouse. You are the resident.
I'm the resident. One of the residents.
One of the residents.
One of the many residents.
How does it feel to be a resident?
It's really nice, you know. It was a long process, I think, to get to this place. Because I had to work, obviously I was very loyal to Sankey's, and I had to have basically Sankey's and Warehouse Project had a bit of, like, they weren't so great with working with each other over the past, and they tried to get me quite a few times to Warehouse Project and couldn't do it, and then I was like, finally I was like, listen, I'm like, I just want to play, like, if you guys can't make friends, then I'm playing for none of you, and I'm not going to play in Manchester at all. So they made friends, and I stopped my residency at Sankey's in the summer, and I started my residency here in the winter. So, but now I'm fully Warehouse Project, and I'm no longer working for Sankey's, unfortunately. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit of a shame because actually the two guys that I work for at Sankey's now work here, so it's all come together like one big family.
So we'll touch on the Manchester affinity, obviously. What do you think of the city?
I love it here. This is like my second home, sort of. I played so much here this year, it's crazy. And the crowd's the best. I said it so many times in many interviews, you know, the crowds are always like my favorite crowds to play too. They're always full of so much energy, and they give so much back, and you can play whatever you want, and they're like crazy. They're crazy for it. They're hungry. Hungry for music, hungry for drugs, hungry for booze, hungry for whatever. They're just like, feed me whatever you got. And it's so nice. I love it. I'm like, here you go. Here's a little spoonful of that. Here's a little fork full of that. Take some of that. So it's good. It's good. It's good to play to virgin ears, you know? It's not a bunch of old fucks sitting around going, ooh, ooh, moaning, you know? It's not a disco club. So it's okay. Bunch of old dudes with beards sitting around like, oh, I remember when this came out. I have the original copy on 12-inch. Sorry, that's my record store talk coming out right there. I worked in a record store for too long. I dealt with too many assholes like that. Sorry, carry on.
Go, go.
Sorry.
Obviously.
I end up doing, I'm sorry, it's because
fine.
I do a radio show, I end up like sort of conducting my own interview on my own.
Worry.
Like I'm like really, I'm like, yeah, so I'll answer questions that you don't even ask
What's wrong with it? It's fine. Obviously you've been nailing it this year with Warehouse tonight, and you've got the Radio 1 show. Tell us about the Radio 1 show.
Yeah, the residency, it's awesome that they invited me back because, you know, I was doing a new DJs We Trust, and that finished after 2.5 years, and I mean, it was only supposed to be 6 months, but they like kept me on forever. It was like, you know, now that they're trying to keep it more on rotation, but then, yeah, they just called me and they were like, yeah, like, they literally changed the whole lineup, you know, like when they gave Scream and Bang did their own show, and Andy Mack started at 7 now and took over Pete Tong's slot. Pete changed, and then like things just changed. Everything just changed. Tom the T got Kissy slot. Then there was like this spot that was open, and they started a residency show. So they were like, doo, doo, doo. I was very happy to comply because I was lucky. I was championing actually this sort of music 3 years ago. You know, before it was actually now it's so unbelievably popular. It's being playlisted on Radio 1 daytime radio, which is pretty crazy. Julio Bashmore and Jane Jones, I never would have thought would be daytime radio, but yeah, it's great. It's really nice. So they knew I've always had my finger on the pulse of music, and I'll always dig deeper. So my shows will get more and more. I mean, the more that they played stuff that I played 3 years ago, the more I will dig to find somebody new to bring up. Because I just think it's better. They need a new crew coming through. It's been the same circulation of DJs for so long. It's like you need something fresh to simulate the crowd, I think, you know? Don't you feel that?
Yeah, definitely.
I think they feel it here too. They're like, I was reading comments of like when they did the lineup for New Year's Day, and they're like,
Yeah.
Oh, what, the line up again? And I'm like, see, these kids, like, they're on it, man. They know, like, they dig deep, especially in Manchester, like, in the north of England, like, they dig for music.
Yeah,
they know, like, the most underground, they're more train spotting than anybody I've ever known in my life. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's good. So I just play records I came out before they were born. That's what I do. That's how I play them. They're like, what's this? I don't know this record. I was like, yeah, because you were not born yet. There you go.
Okay, we've got a little feature now, Heidi's highlights of 2012.
Woo!
Woohoo! So basically, track of the year.
Track of the year. Well, I'm gonna be cheeky and say it's on my own label, because it is, and I play it like crazy. Actually, there's a couple. That's a hard one. But I will say Miss Kitten, Girls, on my Jackathon label, the first release. Yeah, that's a bomb, and it was an unexpected bomb. She made it in 24 hours. Yeah,
wow.
She was like, she literally, I called her up, I was like, because Maya Jane Coles had already given me the one side, and I was like, right, I want old school, new school. I want to mix it together. I want to showcase some of the ladies that are doing it. And then, yeah, she was like, I don't know if I have the time to do it, but I try for you, because, you know, we've known each other for a long time. That's my invitation of her. It's very good. And the next day she sent me the track, and I was like, holy shit, this is like, it's massive. And it crossed over to like everyone. Like Daniel Avery just put it on his Fabric mix, and like people like Too Many DJs were playing it, or Alka was playing it, and like, you know, Richie Hodman was playing, like, you know, like Dice was playing it. It's just like, it just went viral to all the DJs, and that's a sign of a good track when you can cross over to all the different genres of music with one sound. So that is my track. 2012.
Okay, now, artist.
Artist.
DJ / producer.
George Fitzgerald. And yeah, George, I can't even say, George Fitzgerald. George, it's hard to say, it doesn't roll off your tongue very easily, does it? George Fitzgerald.
Do an Irish accent, it sounds better.
George Fitzgerald.
There we go, see?
George Fitzgerald. He's one of them. Well, I mean, yeah, I've seen him DJ a few times. I met him in the Ukraine at the weirdest festival on the planet, where, don't think I'll be going again, but it's very, yeah, it was very fun. It was an adventure. I met him there. I've heard him play quite a few times. His tracks are bomb. They're just bomb. And it's not known yet, but I did get him in a central mix for January 2013 as my one to watch. So he better pay me in gold or diamonds. If you're listening, George. Actually, silver is more my thing.
So, the final, the one.
Sorry. When I do video interviews, I can't be serious. I have to be stupid.
The final one, what has Heidi's event of the year been? Regardless of the Olympics.
Parklife Festival. I think was one of them. There's been a few, man. I have to be honest with you. I've had such a great year. It's so hard. I can't believe it's almost flipping Christmas. What the hell is going on? I was in Ibiza like 5 minutes ago. Like, what? Like playing Christmas carols. There's Christmas trees up everywhere. Oh, they're turning on Christmas lights. Like, dang it. My year has gone like whoosh. But yeah, I will say Parklife Festival was pretty epic. It was empty. The tent was completely empty. I was absolutely like gutted. I was like, oh my god, poor Kaluki guys, like the guys who were also helped run this night tonight. And they were like, I walked in at like 9 o'clock. There was like 4 or 5 people in this whole tent because of course Crosstown Rebels was taking over the world at this point, and there was like 5,000 people in their tent. And I was like, shit, this sucks. And like I put on one record, and within 1.5 tracks, there was 3,500 people in my tent. Like, whoosh, they just like Manchester represented hard. They gave me all the love that I gave to them back at Parklife, and they came in. They had to cordon off the area since they couldn't let any more people in. and I had the best time. And I have this amazing video clip, and they just like nobody believed. They were like, throw down. Nope, you have to play one more track. When they cut me off, they actually unplugged me. They unplugged me. I tried to play Snoop Dogg, and they unplugged me. But still, it was an amazing, amazing, amazing party. It was just like unexpected. You know when you're like, this is gonna be terrible. Oh my god, I was dreading it, and then it turned out to be the best night ever. So yeah, Park Life was it. I'm hoping for that to happen again next year. So we'll see. That's it?
Cool,
is that
it.
The last question?
Yeah. Do you want another one?
I'm going to ask you a question.